Hi, I'm Hillary. Welcome to my channel, Teaching Moments. So it is the week of Christmas and people are really excited around here, but it's not quite Christmas yet. We still have a few things left to do. I love Christmas and I love the preparations. I love doing that stuff with my kids. I love decorating the house and making sugar cookies and gingerbread houses and all that fun stuff that you do at Christmas time. We take time off of our homeschool schedule and I just put some of the books on the back burner, do light homeschooling, and then we do some of these other Christmas things. So I'm so excited. I like to read Christmas books to my kids, Christmas stories. And I've been collecting several throughout the years. My kids are older, between the ages of 9 and 18. So they're not all into mom reading them Christmas stories anymore, which I get and I'm totally fine with. My youngest two, they'll pretty much listen anytime I want to read them a Christmas story, they'll listen. But my oldest doesn't usually listen too much anymore. And my 13-year-old is, sometimes he'll listen, sometimes he won't. It depends on the story, it depends on the day, which is just fine with me. I'm not going to force them to do it. But I wanted to share with you some of my family's favorite Christmas stories, the children's books that we have. I didn't bring all of them out. I was trying to narrow it down to like 3 or 4. And so I asked the kids, okay, pick which one of these is your favorite, but all of these kept making the cut. So I'm going to do all 7 that I have in my stack over here. And you can see which ones you like for your family and which ones might be the most appropriate for your family and what you believe and what your situation is and the ages of your kids. So I hope that this video helps. It's kind of fun to make. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is The Christmas Story. It also says Children's Bible Classics up here, and it is put out by Tommy Nelson Publishing House. So I'm sure that you can find any of these books online somewhere. I'm not even sure where I got all these books from, but this is the oldest book that we have. I mean, this is the book that's been in our library the longest. That's how I should word it. So my 18-year-old, this is kind of sentimental for her and for me as well. So she likes this book. So obviously this is about the birth of Jesus, and this is a nice story to read to even younger kids, like even preschool age. Okay, so it's taped up. It's a well-loved book. Like I said, we've had it in our library for a while. But it's got some nice, bright, colorful pictures. It doesn't have a lot of words, so the kids don't have to sit for a long time until they get to look at a new page, a new story. So it goes through the birth of Jesus, and it goes through the wise men and the shepherds visiting baby Jesus. I do like it because it's simple, to the point, colorful, big pictures, and not a lot of words. It's good for younger children, but it's also good for the younger elementary grades as well. Okay, so this is a classic in our household. The next story is The Very First Christmas. Obviously, again, about the birth of Jesus. It is by Paul L. I'm not going to butcher that last name, so instead I'll spell it for you, Maier, if you wanted to look it up to try to find it. This one takes a little bit of a different approach. It is about a mom, I think it's mainly mom in this one. Sometimes the dad, there's one like this for Easter too, and the dad joins in there, but looks like mainly mom is telling her son the Christmas story and reading it strictly out of the Bible. And so it's got beautiful big pictures, just like the other book did, but these pictures are a little bit more detailed and more fine-tuned. And you can also see that it has a lot more reading to it. It has a lot more words where the kids are going to have to pay attention a little bit more. So I'm going to say that this is probably not for preschool age kids or even kindergartners. Like I can't see a 4-year-old sitting here listening to this entire story. It is a little longer of a story too. There's more pages to it than there was to the other one. But this is good for your older elementary kids, and even 3rd and probably even 2nd graders should be able to handle this. but it does give the scripture references, and it keeps going back and forth to the Bible times and then to the mother who is telling the story to her son. And it's a very complete story. So this is a good one. I do like the bright, bold, colorful pictures, but again, it is a longer one. So before you sit down, make sure you have some time to read the story thoroughly to your child. Okay, so there's those two. Okay, this next one is called Stop, It's Christmas. Okay, so let me read the back to you and then I'll explain it a little bit how it ended up on our library. Mom, will Santa stop at our house this year? Brian feels left out because his family celebrates Jesus' birthday instead of Santa's visit. But a talk with his mom helps him see that Jesus' birthday is not only worth celebrating, it's worth sharing. Okay, so when I first started having kids, was really tired of Santa always taking center stage instead of Jesus. This is, after all, Christmas. It is a holiday to celebrate Jesus' birth. And I was very strong on that, very, very big on they're not going to believe in Santa. They're going to know Jesus is the reason for the season. So while that's good for kids later, I have lightened up on some of that, and I don't mind if they like Santa, that's okay, but I still want to make sure that they know that Jesus is center stage. So my kids, they all know that Santa is just Saint Nick. They know the story of Saint Nick and all that kind of stuff. Just in case there's kids in the room, I'm not sure how much I want to say, but if you are the type of family that wants to make sure that Jesus is center stage and that Santa is not, then this is a good book for you. And some people don't understand that as much as other people do, but some people really have some strong beliefs in it. So this is why I acquired this book, and my kids really love it. It's not saying anything bad about Santa at all. Santa's fine to have fun with Santa, but this makes sure that Jesus is in the center of it all and explains to a young child why. So that's good. I like this. And the other thing is, see the dog here? He also has a cat, this boy does. And throughout the story, you see the cat and the dog on almost every page. It's kind of like those, Easter eggs or whatever that you see on every page. And they're funny, the way that they interact together. They're kind of comedy in there. They're really cute to watch. So this is a really fun book my kids still love and request as one of the top books that I read to them. All right, so there's that one. Next is Lego City. Save This Christmas. Okay, I'm sure I don't need to tell you who that's by. This is a really easy book to get a hold of. I did see it on Amazon just yesterday. I was looking it up. So it really needs no introduction. My boys love this story, and the girls could love it too. Some girls really like Legos, but my boys are more into Legos. So my boys even want to read this story on their own, which is kind of a big deal because they're not big into reading stories on their own. So Lego City Christmas. This is a good one. Next, we have The Bears Christmas. And as you can see, this is Bernstein bears. We do like the Bernstein bears around here. Bernstein, right? Bernstein. Okay, so we like them around here. This is actually a very old book. It has a copyright of 1970, so this book is older than I am. But it's a little bit of a thicker book, but it's a good one to have the kids read too once they get to the stages where they can read better. So this is a fun book at Christmas. I don't read it all the time. It's just kind of one that's in our library, and the kids do kind of like it. So there's another idea. Next. This is a classic, really needs no introduction. Here we are, Peanuts, A Charlie Brown Christmas, right? Who doesn't know of this story? This is the best, and it's usually on TV all the time. I'm super bummed that this year it's not on regular TV. You have to stream it or something like that, and we're not into doing all that kind of stuff, so we're kind of bummed. I don't even know if we're going to watch it this year since it's on something different, but we have the book. and the book is exactly like the story, the Christmas story on TV. See? Got the photos. We love the peanuts around here. They're so fun. So it's just like, and of course we got to get, you got to see the tree, right? Let's see, where's the Charlie Brown tree? Oh, there they are fixing it up. Here it is. Well, that was after they fixed it up. Oh, there's his tree. Here we go. Yep, there's his tree. All right, so this is a fun one. Needs no introduction, but it is a nice little collector's item too if you have some people that really like Charlie Brown, which we do. Okay. Oh, last but not least, this one you may not see around a lot. This is called The Christmas Stairs by Chris Beecham. And Beecham is spelled weird, just so you know. You can probably barely see that, so let me spell it for you. Chris is K-R-I-S. Beecham is B-E-A-U-C-H-A-M-P. I'm not sure if you can find this on Amazon or not. It should be floating around somewhere online, I would imagine. But this, The Christmas Stairs, the author recounts a childhood family tradition she endured on Christmas mornings for many years. Parents and children alike will relate to this endearing story. So this is a fun one about this girl named Chris. Chrissy is what they call her in the book. And they had to sing on Christmas morning, her and her siblings, if I'm recalling correctly. I'm actually going to read this book to my kids today. I just haven't gotten there yet because they really love this one too. The Christmas morning, the kids had to sing songs before they can go up and get their parents. And it's just a fun interaction to get their parents to go open the gifts. And it was just a fun interaction between the kids and the parents. And the parents are laying there awake as the kids are singing the songs. And it was just a really fun one. So it's unique, it's different. Oh, let me open it up so you can see the pictures of the kids, the illustrations. So they have some, there's more words there, but it's still very interesting and it's fun. So I think this one could go for elementary age all the way up to middle school. Adults will love it too. Let's see, I'm trying to think, would preschoolers even like it? I think that they would be entertained with it, especially if you let them sing some of the songs that that these kids in here sing. So The Christmas Stairs. So there are the books that we read on a regular basis every Christmas season. I hope that's given you guys some ideas of some books to read to your kiddos. That is all I have for you today. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Thank you so much for watching.